Welcome back to the earliest reviews. Today's review is focused on Netflix documentary entitled The Tinder Swindler. And the official synopsis of The Tinder Swindler is: posing as a wealthy, jet-setting diamond mogul, he wooed women online, then conned them out of millions of dollars. Now some victims plan for payback. And before I give out my review, please like and subscribe and comment and tell me what I should review next. The Tinder Swindler is a pretty good documentary to me, in my opinion. It is crazy, frustrating, and the ending seeming very frustrating to people that watch it. I would say when it comes to the interviews for the documentary, I felt like all of the interviews were pretty interesting and just pretty messed up with how much one man was just capable of just causing just a lot of just damage to people's assets and just their lives. As you get interviews from many of the different victims, investigators that reported this story when it was first reported by one of the victims, and just some of the people that even brought this man down for some of the things that he did. The interviews were crazy, shocking with some of the things that were revealed. And I just felt nothing but sorry for all of the victims, because this man did a lot of just damage to all of them. He screwed them over in the long run with their assets, having to pay back many different banks and companies. Like, this man did the absolute worst, and he's a scumbag like many other scammers are. I would say another thing that I liked about this documentary was how this documentary was edited, and how they just had just a lot of just video footage, evidence, text messages, just showcasing how this man basically conned out women out of just millions of dollars and everything. And it just seemed as if like he had like a system of how he did it. He would first meet the person on Tinder. He would show them a good time by like flying them out of the country. They would get to know each other for a long time. And then after a few months, that's when the game began. He started asking people for money, saying that things didn't go so well, or his bodyguard got beat up, or people are coming to like kill him on some crazy stuff. And it was just like a system of how he just conned out these women out of their money. And you got to see how he was at the very top, and as well as just at like the very bottom when everything was finally revealed to the public, and how nobody wanted to mess with him. And I think it did a good job of just showing who Simon Leviev is, and how much of just like a scumbag that this individual truly is. And like I've previously mentioned, this documentary does reveal a lot of just pretty shocking information that was pretty surprising to me. And I think the most shocking bit of information that was really shocking was when it was revealed that one of the victims, who was at his trial when he was about to be convicted for some similar crimes that he did a few years prior, and how years he's out of prison, and how she was basically helping him with just conning someone out of their own money, just like that, saying that he was a good man, he was a good father, etc. And how she was basically helping him, just screwing over another victim in the process. Like, I don't understand how somebody could help out a man like this, but to me, it is pretty not surprising with how there are different scammers out here in the world that are known for doing the same things. And this documentary was definitely similar to the other documentary, The Puppet Master, how that individual just screwed out many different people out of just millions of dollars by pretending to be somebody else that he really wasn't. Like, it had a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences as well. And I would say some of the things that I did not like about this documentary was that I felt like there was some things about this documentary that definitely could have been cut out, because it really wasn't that important to the story. Just didn't really have that much relevance. And I would say the last thing that I did not like about this documentary was probably just the ending itself, as Yes, Simon Leviev, he was arrested. He was charged for some crimes, but not of the bigger crimes. And he was sentenced to like 15 months in prison, but he got out in less than 6 months. And as you see today, he's just living his life like he was beforehand, still spending lots of money and just possibly still like conning people out of their money. And he's still going by the name of just Simon Leviev. Like, to me, the ending was just pretty frustrating, as basically after all that has happened, he didn't learn his lesson. He got like a slap on the wrist, and the people that was helping him never got charged with anything else. And the victims are still paying for this man's mistakes. Like, pretty messed up and sad when you look at it. But out of all, the Tinder Swindler was a pretty interesting documentary to me, in my opinion. It's crazy, sad, frustrating, and that's how I feel about it, and how I would rate this documentary out of 5 stars. I would rate this documentary 4 stars out of 5. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.